Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, I want to give our praises to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
Giving double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Peace and salutations to the Akim, the brethren out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth in 100% sincerity. And peace and salutations to all the few and sincere sisters who believe in this gospel. So the title of this lesson is going to be Blessed Are Ye Who Endure Temptation. It's me, the brother Gabariala, and I got the brother Naaman here with me.
Shalom.
From the GMS Lions of St. Louis camp. So, yeah, man, just going into a lesson on temptation, enduring affliction, enduring the hardships, man, that we have to go through, you know, while being in this truth, and understanding that, you know, we're not going through this in vain. You know, we're not going through the things that we got to go through in a, you know, for nothing.
Right.
Right? Because, you know, you may look out in the world and you may see, you know, people out in the world talking about how good their life is, you know, how much fun that they have. You see Keisha's going on vacations every week. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake out here, and it seems like he got all the hoes. He got all of the baddies and all that shit, right?
Right, yeah.
And it seems like they living beautiful. And sometimes it may be. Because, you know, a lot of people on social media, it's a facade that they put up, you know, for you. But it may seem like that, you know, these people in the world are living beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a situation like what's going on in Gary, Indiana right now.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you none of them niggas thought that they'd be sitting in the dark for a week straight with nothing really being done about it. I guarantee you nobody thought about that situation or thought about that happening.
Right, and that's why, Salakia, brother, but that's why every time the Lord speaks about what he's going to do to the wicked, most of the time you see that word, what? Suddenly. Suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, you know? Because these things that's coming upon these people, man, is going to creep up on them because, like the brother said, they not looking for it. They not expecting it. But we know what's going to happen. We know we could just wake up one day and the storehouses be empty. We could just wake up one day and the power will be out. It's not going to take us by surprise because, like the scripture says, we not walking in darkness. And that's one thing that we have over these people. Like, yeah, it look good for them right now, and we catching hell. We suffering at a time where it's popular to do what you want to do because society's somewhat still open to a certain degree, right? But in the end, who's going to get the real reward? The hopeful elect, you know?
Yeah, like, you know, people will look at us being in this truth, and then they'll hear us bring out a video lesson like this. It's like, so with all this going on, y'all chose to be in something where you know, basically voluntarily get afflicted or, you know, things, you know, you're in something where things are going to happen to you where you got to suffer and everything like that when you could have just stayed in the world and lived good, right? But what did the scriptures say? What did Yahushua say? Yahushua said, those who laugh now shall cry later.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at us now and you're looking down on us because we didn't choose to be in this thing. We didn't choose to be in it. The Lord chose us.
Exactly.
Right? The Lord called us into this ministry. But if you're looking down at us because of what we're doing and what we're a part of, just understand that your time is coming real soon. But your time is going to be your end. Right?
Exactly.
This is just our beginning. This is just our beginning of reaping the fruits of the labors that we've been putting out here, you know, in this ministry, on the highways and byways, with the videos. You know, we're going to reap the fruits of our labor, right? And that means that when y'all are going through all of the bullshit, when shit hit the fan, and y'all don't know what the fuck to do, and the lights is off, the grocery stores is empty, You got people riding and looting out in the streets, going house to house, ravaging your shit.
Yep.
Right?
You women ain't got no hedge of protection.
Uh-huh. We gonna be sitting down laughing. We gonna be sitting back laughing, chilling. Like, damn, we told you niggas. And no, we can't help you.
Exactly.
And try and come fuck with us if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Because we got Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, you know, on our side.
That's it. I got a quick precept.
Okay.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 7. Hey, that's the spirit, 888. That goes into glory. You know, and real quick, I want to grab this precept, but me and the brother just seen a license plate that had 888, and for brothers that know, 8 goes into glory, man. That's what's awaiting those who suffer while the rest of this world is having fun and living it up. You see what I'm saying? But this is Micah 7 and verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. You see? So the prophet Micah is pretty much going into the fact that, yeah, I'm suffering at the hands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but why is that? Because really, us being in this truth, no matter how bad it gets for us, like don't get it twisted. We do catch hell. It doesn't feel good, but at the same time, the Lord really ain't even dealing with us according to what we truly deserve. He's showing us mercy. And that's something that the rest of these people, including 2/3 of our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are not going to receive in these end times, man. You know, so we got to take that into consideration. He said, man, I'm still going to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. What's that in the book of Job? Though he slay me, I will keep my integrity. You know? And you got to remind yourself of this, Jake, because, yeah, it gets heavy in this truth, man. But like the brother said, we catching this hell for a cause. The rest of this world finna catch hell, and that's it. You know?
And this is the book of James, chapter 1, starting at verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Right.
Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his lust, of his own lust, and enticed, right? So it says, blessed is the man who endureth temptation, right? What's the temptation? The temptation could be many different things, right? You going through affliction, you going through, you know, a time in your life where it seemed like you just got all of this hell, and you're like, man, I just want to, you know, the thought of you being back in the world might come to your mind. You know, the thought of, all right, man, if I wasn't in this truth, I wouldn't be going through this, right? Or the thought of, all right, let me do something that's against the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but it'll, you know, take away my affliction for a time or something like that, right? When, you know, you gotta look at it as, all right, this is just for the building of my spirit. This is just for, you know what I'm saying, the Lord to condition me for what we will have to endure potentially later on, or what's going to happen, the conditions of the earth that are going to be up on here soon, right? See, this is conditioning. A lot of you people are not going to have the conditioning to be able to withstand the times that we're about to go through, right? If you living your life too good right now, best believe that you're not going to be conditioned when shit hits the fan. Because, see, people think that they can imagine what it would be like if shit hit the fan. You know, people think that they can plan on it. If the lights go out, this is what I'm going to do. I got my generator, I got this, I got that, I got a couple of weapons, I got food stored up and everything like that, right? But what do the scriptures say? The scriptures say this shall be as a time like never before, right? Y'all have never seen what's about to happen. All of the things that are going to be going on simultaneously, y'all have never seen it. Because all the while, the regular citizens of Babylon the Great, when shit hit the fan, they're going to be going around in the streets, you know, going crazy. Then you're going to have these, you know, these IDF soldiers. You're going to be having these drones going around. You know, you're going to be having the robot dogs trying to police you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on. You're going to see, you know, bodies upon bodies upon bodies dropping dead. You know, people getting ravaged. You know, their homes getting ravaged. Women getting ravaged. Rape. Screams.
Yeah, man, look, it's one thing to be physically strong. Like, you know, beloved brother Tazi Arbenyanya in the KC camp, he was telling me, like, bro, you see all these men that got these muscles, they train and put their body through harsh conditions just to become strong physically, you know? But what the Lord is doing with us, he's putting us in that mental and spiritual gym, man. Because like the brother going into, these are times that we never even lived through before. And the fact that the Lord has us in this truth, we deal with having to, you know, go through a lot of harsh situations, but it's in order to build up our mental. Isaiah 33 and verse 6 says what? All right, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is his treasure, you know? Matter of fact, Salakia, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. You know? Why do you think the scripture says we're going to be stable in that day? Because we already been going through what it takes to build your mental up in order to go through these times. You know?
The scripture say in Job chapter 5, it says, at famine and at famine and death, thou shalt laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while all of these people are going through the hell that is destined for them, right, we gonna be sitting back laughing, kicking. We gonna be like, ha 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 ha. We told thou niggas. You should have listened. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be like that. We gonna be chilling.
Right, because when we was out there on the highways and byways, what did you people do? Look at these dudes in these bathrobes. Right. With these curtains on, you know, talking about this and that, laughing and mocking and scoffing at us. Well, guess what? The table's about to turn, man.
Right. Niggas want to talk. Look at these niggas got on these drapes. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. With these tassels at the end of them and shit. Like, come on, man.
You're like, nigga, put that shit back on your window. Right? That's what Jacob say about you. You know? But then, when the tribulation comes, when that shit comes, Jacob get a memory like, damn, while I was mocking, they did say that this was going to happen.
Right.
And I thought they was bullshit.
That's when Jake going to get serious then, when it's too late.
Right. And then you on your way to try and find the prophets, you know. What was that thou sayest about these times that are upon us? Right? You trying to go find the prophets, then boom. Now your ass done got slaughtered, you know what I'm saying, by, you know, a motherfucking crazy motherfucker who willing to kill more than you.
Right.
You know, willing to, you know, be more violent than you. You know what I'm saying? You done got killed and ravaged by this nigga. You know what I'm saying? On your way to try to go find the prophets. Or if you, let's say you do find one of us, right? We gonna turn you around. We gonna reject you. We gonna tell you like, hey, man, go to the sellers and buy. Right?
Yep.
You lost. You know what I'm saying? You didn't pick up the oil when it was available to you. Go find it somewhere else, because we can't do nothing for you. We can't help you.
There it is.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. It says, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
God.
If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified, right?
Right.
It says, you know, if ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, right? See, you could say that, because people could say, well, what about all these homeless people that's going through it out here? What about Jake in the hood that's going through it? You know what I'm saying? Ain't they getting afflicted? So can't you say that they gonna be? Nah, they ain't. If they're not being reproached for the name of Yahushua, right? Then they just going through hell. Just go through hell. You just going through hell for the love of the game,
right?
That's
it. Yeah.
Right. you're not going through hell for no other reason than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, yeah, you can say, yes, there's other people out here that's being afflicted and going through tribulation, but if they don't know the names Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, if they don't, you know, believe in those names and put their trust in those names and they serve the Lord according to those names, then their affliction ultimately means nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Quick precept. Oh, did you still have more on that?
No.
Okay. God, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 18, going into your point. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. Right? Now, does that mean 2/3 of our people are not going to be in the kingdom that get destroyed on this side? No, it don't mean that. But we want to be part of the group of Israelites, which is a very small remnant, right? The 144,000 and the 1/3 that are going to be delivered from the destruction in these times. You know, teeth of wild beasts, apparitions out here terrifying these people. You know, demonic spirits jumping on these people, they killing each other. Esau, Edom coming down with great wrath. And not to mention those thermonuclear missiles that are going to feel worse than any fire that you even got burned through in your entire life. You know, this is what we want to be part of. We want to be part of the first fruits to be delivered, because guess what? We suffer in the straight things, but like the scripture says, we going to see the wide. What's the wide? The kingdom of heaven. Eternal rest, eternal joy. No more pain, no more sorrow, no more suffering. You know, 2/3 of our people, they fail to realize, yeah, they under the curses too, but now they got to go through worse just to get in. They going to be, you know, excuse my French, a nutsack Israelite. They're going to be brought back in the kingdom through the loins of the elect. They're going to have to be reborn in the kingdom.
Right.
And still with that spirit of, damn, I wasn't living right on that side. Man, we're going to be in the kingdom like, man, I put my life on the line for this truth and I received my reward, man. That's the opportunity that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has presented to us. You know, this beloved brother right here, Gabariala, you know, we was talking the other day and he told me, he's like, bro, you really got to get in the spirit of just practicing gratitude, man. Because think about if the Lord would have took this from you, then what? Because the men that lose it, they don't end up getting it back, man. This is the greatest gift that anybody could receive. So if you don't cherish it, then what? You know?
Yep.
You worse than somebody that didn't have it in the first place, man.
Yep, see, because, man, this thing is, and what you see going on nowadays, man, the Lord is removing particular things from our lives.
Yeah.
To separate us, right? Like, so like, one of the things that, hey, a lot of brothers have this, you know, we love women.
Mm-hmm.
What I've noticed in my life, you know, over the past year or so, like, it's basically no matter what I do, no matter what type of woman I run into, you know, if the woman feeling me, if the woman, she, you know what I'm saying, you know, she like me, she want me and everything like that, right? It's always something that happens to where it never goes down. And it's usually always something out of my control.
Yeah.
You know, you can go up to a chick, you know, be on a date with a chick or whatever, and the thing is, and everything is going right? Then at the end, it's like, yeah, you know, why don't you come over to my spot? Something happened where it's like, all right, yeah, this chick, she just probably ain't the one for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's really the Lord separating you from a lot of these women, because, man, the Lord about to judge a lot of these women, right? Especially these Babylonian women, especially Keisha.
Right.
You know? Because you got, I'm going to do a video on this later. You got that situation with that girl, damn, I just forgot. We just said it.
Was it Lindsay something?
Lindsay Clancy. Something like that, right? This Edomite bitch who strangled and killed her 3 children. But you got all of these, there's a lot of Edomite women, but you got some Jake women too rallying behind her, you know, saying that, you know, women need support for, you know,
this postpartum.
Yeah, postpartum and all of this shit. And it's like, all right, yeah, you and them bitches is about to die. You and that bitch. All you bitches that's out here talking about some, oh, I stand with Lindsey Clancy. So you stand with a child murderer, right? The same, and my thing is, too, with Keisha jumping online always talking about some, oh, it's a black femicide and all of this shit, but you standing with a child fucking murderer. Woman murdered her 3 kids. Had her husband go out and do some errands.
Wow. Oh, so she was married?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Husband or her man or whoever. Had him go out and do some errands, and she killed her 3 kids.
And that's, but see, bro, to your point, that's what the Lord could potentially be protecting you from, Jake. You sitting there looking at it like, damn, man, she made me feel good. She probably was gonna give me the box.
That ass was fat.
Yeah, she
was biggling.
She got them eyes I like. She got that skin tone I like just,
got
you know,
the eyes just right.
Yeah, everything just right. Not everything, you know. Her mind ain't all the way there.
and most of these women's minds is fucked up.
It is. That's the product of giving these women too much freedom here in Babylon. Hey, look at that 144. Call law, y'all about to Yeah, man.
Yeah, giving them too much freedom. The dudes is engaging in too much sympatry. So a lot of these women have a mindset that is basically what's the word? Fuck. I can't remember the word, but it's not a reality.
Oh, yeah.
She's not living in reality. Right? She lives in this fantasy because Babylon and Babylonian men have enabled her to be able to live in the fantasy that she's living in. Right?
Yep.
Let me get this one. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, starting at verse 8. It says, remember that Yahweh Shai of the seed of David, for all you Christians out there, was raised from the dead according to my gospel, wherein I suffered trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds, but the word of the Most High is not bond. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory, right? So we endure all things for the sake of the elect, man. Right, Lord willing, we be of the elect, but we got to go through these things, you know, in order to prove ourselves to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai that we are worthy of what He has in store for us, man. So, hey, don't think it's strange that you go through a fiery trial. Don't think it's strange that you go through affliction, or that you have to go through, you know, you've got all of these obstacles in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, another way to push you forward. It's another way to strengthen your mind, strengthen your spirit, right? To bring you into the glory that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has waiting for us.
Right, because the more you go through, the more when you go through something else, and like the scripture said, don't count it a strange thing, you're going to look at this like, okay, I know why. That's the thing that keeps us from bugging out when something happens. It's like we actually know why we're going through it. You know, we understand that. Matter of fact, like I was gonna grab this Isaiah 32, but I'm gonna get that X. You know, because this ain't about you women. All right. You know, because when you going through all these things, man, you gotta keep in mind that the Lord is building us up. Bear with me. Acts 14 and verse 22. All right. Salaki. All right. And it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? So even back then, they had to exhort them and remind them, like, don't forget what you're doing this for. Because if you forget, if you become short-sighted and you forget the fact that, okay, I just lost my job. Oh, damn, my car got totaled. Damn, my girl just stepped out on me. Or she might have cheated on you. You know, I'm going through health problems. All these things that we got to deal with, you know, having to go through hell and loss. If you forget the reason why you're going through it, it's going to be easy for you to look back at the world like, damn, it ain't so bad there. Right. You know? And that's why brothers always, matter of fact, the scriptures, Yahweh Shah said, set your affections on things above. Because that's what's going to give you the motivation, like, you know what, this shit ain't even finna last that long, man. We almost out of here. Look at how much the Lord is speeding up the times. You got earthquakes going on in diverse places of the world. Over here in the U.S., you got Gary, Indiana, been out of power for, what, a whole week, going on more. Mm-hmm. And they said, I was talking to a brother, they said they already got dudes snatching women up out there, people breaking into houses. It's already getting ugly, man. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You don't know when it's going to come, but the Lord shows you through the prophecies that time is short. These things are about to come to pass, man. So don't be short-sighted, Jake, speaking to myself first and foremost. And understand that, look, it's all for a greater cause, man. Just go through it, you know?
Yep. Man, so that's all I got on that one.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
So, yeah, man, Lord willing, this video lesson was edifying. Right? So, giving all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakatadash.
Until next time, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.